According to the Environment Protection Authority of Victoria, air pollution is the introduction of chemicals or matter to the atmosphere, which may cause harm or discomfort to humans or animals. It is estimated that over 7 million deaths occurred worldwide in 2012, with India having the highest death rate due to the amount of pollution in the country's air. Air pollution can affect us in many ways, including depleting the ozone layer, causing respiratory disorders, damaging the Earth's ecosystems, global warming, and even acid rain. These pollutants mixing in with the Earth's atmosphere comes from a range of sources such as industries emitting gases and particulate matter, particles from burning wood, cigarette smokes, bushfires, and motor vehicles that emit particles, nitrogen dioxide, and carbon monoxide. The Australian Minister for the Environment, the Honourable Audrey Jones, talks about the current Australian projects to confront this issue.
Since the 1970s, the Australian government has been able to increase the air quality of our country significantly. Through the banning of backyard burning, control of large point sources of pollution, and greater controls on car exhausts, these small steps have been able to improve Australia's air greatly. Other steps taken, including pollution control measures such as phasing out of leaded petrol by the 1st of January 2002, which was found to cause lead poisoning when dispersed into the air through engine exhausts. In the past, the carbon pricing scheme was introduced to encourage Australia's largest emitters to increase energy efficiency and invest in sustainable energy. The scheme was successful in reducing emissions as 9 months after the introduction, Australia's emissions of carbon dioxide from electricity generation had fallen to a 10-year low. Currently, the Australian government is tackling this issue by promoting public transport use or taking a bike in order to reduce motor vehicle pollutant emissions, and creating funds such as the Emissions Reduction Fund in order to support Australian businesses and households to take action to reduce emissions and improve the environment.
There are many other organisations in Australia who are also targeting this issue. Environment Protection Authority of Australia Chairman Cheryl Badagol talks about their present and future plans.
EPA not only liaisons with the Australian government on projects such as the State Environment Protection Policy, which sets standards, goals, monitoring and reporting protocols for 6 common pollutants, but we have also enforced the 2013 Environment Protection Regulations to minimise the negative impacts on Victorians and the environment of air and noise emissions from motor vehicles. In relation to motor vehicles, we continue to assist in developing and implementing new Australian design rules for new vehicles and national fuel quality standards in order to produce newer cars that emit significantly less pollution compared to older models. Our partnership with Centre for Australian Weather and Climate Research were also able to create the Future Air Quality Report. The report found that changes in vehicle technology and population are the main factors affecting urban air quality over the next 2 decades, and the particle and ozone pollutants will be the key concern for the future, whereas carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and air toxic levels are expected to reduce over time.
So what does this mean? The Australian government and organisations will continue to implement different rules and regulations in order to reduce the amount of pollution emitted. But to be successful, participation must come from the citizens in order to make a difference.